What have I done? What? What have I done? Hey everyone, thanks so much for tuning into Duck Bricks, and as you just saw, I had the Bionicle Dream in real life in Singapore just a couple of months ago. From visiting Hobbyverse Singapore, which was more of a museum than a secondhand store, and touring their massive sealed LEGO warehouse, to even being able to go to a lot of the LEGO specialty stores and seeing all the unique items that were for sale, this was an insane trip, and so far I have published a ton of videos about the trip itself. From touring around Hobbyverse, to shopping in their warehouse, to just a general video summarizing literally every single place I went to in Singapore. You can find those 3 videos linked in the description below, but there's been one video I've been waiting on for a while, and that's this one right here. Not to get ahead of ourselves, I'm gonna tell the full story in this video, but essentially what had happened was that I walked into this random LEGO store, saw rows and rows of Bionicle sets, and said, I'll take your entire stock. Which realistically meant I took around, I would say, 50 to 55% of what they had. I definitely did want to leave some sets for others because, while clearly they hadn't been bought in years, which is why they were sitting there sealed, I thought that maybe highlighting the store on YouTube might drive more people to actually go visit the store itself. So I made sure to leave a ton of sets. I left both copies of Mata Nui that they had, of course, and a ton of other stuff. So if you go to that store, at least it's been a couple of months, but you could probably still find some sealed Bionicle sets. But of course I had to bring a ton of them home, and the reason why I was waiting to publish this video was because I was basically just waiting for them to arrive at my house. I did a very risky move to ship 2 massive boxes of just Bionicle sets to my house, and have been anxiously awaiting their arrival ever since. Well, now they're here, and before we get into anything else, I just want to announce that many of them, not all of them, but many of the sets are now available for sale at my Bricklink store linked in the description below. Really, my goal here was to be able to get sealed Bionicle sets into the hands of fans. I went on Bricklink and saw the prices were pretty astronomical for sealed sets, so I'm officially happy to announce that I can guarantee that the Duck Bricks Warehouse Bricklink store has all of these sealed sets for the cheapest price in the world. You will not find a sealed copy of these sets cheaper than Duck Bricks. If you find one cheaper on Bricklink, message me and let me know, and I will go below it. I won't even price match, I'll go below, because what I think though that I've done a lot of stuff, I did a lot of research, and I wanted to make sure that yes, I am able to pay back the cost of shipping the stuff here, which was actually pretty high, and I also of course want to have the profits go towards supporting the Duck Bricks channel and being able to continue to put out more content for all of you. But most importantly, I felt that I couldn't just have the Bionicle Dream myself, and I wanted to be able to share it with folks. So I've gone through Bricklink, I've put up the sets for much cheaper than they are normally sealed, fully sealed again in mint condition. I also am fully transparent with how much these sets cost me. It cost me around $60 to $70 to $80 per canister, depending on what canister they were. These are US dollars, so I'm selling them for a little more than that. Not a lot more, just kind of making a very, very small margin to be able to support Duck Bricks and cover the cost of shipping. But really, I just wanted to do this to be able to share the sealed Bionicle sets with all of you. So if you've been wanting a sealed Bionicle set, but the prices have been way too high, definitely go check it out. It's a great way to support the channel, and I really do appreciate the support. But so without further ado, I think it's time to actually jump into this insane story of going to a random LEGO store in Singapore and just stumbling upon a veritable treasure trove of sealed Bionicle sets. Let's go. First of all, for those who might be either living in Singapore or planning to visit soon, the store in question was Secret Chamber. I've gone ahead and linked the address as well as all the details on how to get there in the description below in case you do want to check it out yourself. I believe they used to have multiple locations, but at least as of the time of this recording, there was only one location, which meant that all the good stuff was pretty much isolated in one place. Now, in my other video on taking a look at all of the LEGO shopping adventures in Singapore, I got a chance to go in depth into pretty much all of the other strange and special rare LEGO items they had available. From pretty much a copy of almost every Ninjago set to a ton of vintage LEGO Star Wars Castle, Discovery Channel sets, you name it, it was here. Obviously, the main focus of this video are the Bionicle sets that we were able to find. And my reaction when going into the store was honestly something I will probably never experience again. It was legitimately so surreal to just walk in and see just perfectly sealed copies of Bionicle sets lining the shelves. And to be honest, while the prices were not amazing, I would say they were maybe a little bit below the cheapest listings on Bricklink right now. They were obviously not being sold at retail. The shop owner definitely knew what they were doing by pricing them at this rate, but it was still really cool to actually walk into a store and the first thing that I see being shelves and shelves of Bionicle sets. Now, when I was first doing some research on the different stores to go to, Secret Chamber wasn't even really on my radar. I heard a lot of good things about it from you folks in the comments who recommended that I go check it out, so I was like, yeah, I guess I'll go see what they have. But I certainly was not expecting this, because this is pretty insane. Now, the crazy thing is they pretty much had Bionicle sets from almost every era, I would say from 2005 onwards. They had a ton of stuff from 06, 07, 08, and 09, even some Baraka sets, and especially a ton of the box sets as well, which I found really interesting. It wasn't just canisters. They had all the Titans, they had all the vehicles, anything that you would want from Bionicle post-2005, they pretty much had in stock. And some of them were priced surprisingly well as well. And of course, some of these sets will be given away as future Bionicle fan-in contest prizes, so definitely stay tuned for that. I am currently working on setting up the next one, so for those waiting, it is coming. We will have some crazy sealed Bionicle prizes there, but a lot of these are actually on Bricklink as well in case you want to check them out. I believe I am the cheapest on Bricklink when it comes to sealed Bionicle sets. I tried to price myself lower than everybody else, at least in the US, so do check that out if you are interested. But it was really, really cool and really surreal because they were just kind of casually on the store shelves. I have no idea how long these have been on shelves. I mean, I guess probably years, because there were a lot of them when I came in and they were pretty much untouched. Now, what's really crazy is that I believe the owner of the store has some sort of a warehouse where they keep a ton of sealed Lego sets, because they posted pictures online and they basically have already replenished the stock full of sets that I didn't even see when I went, so this just seems to be a fraction of what they had available, and I certainly can't wait to make a return trip to check it out. The crazy thing is, I was actually contacted by the owner of the store who offered to tour me around their warehouse the next time that I go to Singapore, so the next trip I have, 100% you bet, we're going to do a video and see what sorts of Bionicle treasures are hiding in their warehouse, because if this is just a percentage of the insane things they have in stock, I certainly cannot wait for that. Of course, they had a ton of other rare LEGO items as well, and it was really cool just being able to explore the store. Again, all of those details can be found on my Singapore LEGO shopping adventure video, all of which are linked down in the description below. This one is just really delayed because, well, you're about to find out, but essentially I had to go through a massive hassle to ship home all of the boxes, and unfortunately, they took months and months to arrive. Thankfully arrived in good condition, but there was a good month-long stretch there where I thought I was never going to see these again. But I don't know, there's something just so surreal to me about seeing Bionicle sets fully sealed on shelves, and it's really interesting because this isn't really something that we see here in the US. Sure, there are a lot of used LEGO stores, but if they were to have even one single sealed Bionicle set, that is pretty rare. But to see whole shelves of them is very, very surreal, and something I never thought I would experience in my lifetime. It literally was like going back to the toy aisle in 2007, 2006, 2005, and just seeing Bionicle sets on shelves. Of course, we got to take a look at the haul. Now, these were all of the sets that I got from there. A lot of these are contest prizes, some of them are on Bricklink, some of them were for friends, but the rest of these were what's left. I did leave a pretty good selection of sets still there. Mana Nui was really, really expensive for some reason. It was like 120 US dollars, so I chose not to get that one, but the rest of them you can see I did leave quite a good selection, but I guess I didn't really need to. I felt a little bit bad because I didn't want to take everything because I thought this was it. But then the next week they posted a picture of like the shelves back at full capacity. So clearly there is a massive supply they are drawing from. So I guess I shouldn't have felt too bad about cleaning out this much. But you can see it was really cool because this was actually the first time I've ever seen sealed Toa Mari sets in hand. Never ever gotten a chance to touch those before. Unfortunately, I did ask, there was no bulk discount given. They basically were like, yeah, if you want to buy all this, you're paying full price. And you know what? Fair. I guess they saw how excited I was and was like, yeah, we can definitely get full price from this guy. So this was the massive haul that we got from the store. But now came the question of how on earth I was going to take this home, because you see, this was one of the first days of my Singapore trip. I had a full cruise planned with my friend afterwards. So Clearly, I could not bring all of this and all of my clothes on the cruise. I had to ship them home. The question is how? Well, much like many of my other LEGO shopping abroad adventure videos, where of course there's all sorts of misadventures with shipping, that's this part of the video. But first, let's just see my raw reaction after walking out of the store, having acquired all of these massive new sealed Bionicle sets. I literally could not believe myself. There's a taxi ride back where I was just sitting next to a bag full of sealed Bionicle sets. And oh my goodness, it literally felt like Bionicle was back on shelves and was very, very surreal seeing those canisters. Now let's flash over to the hotel and see how we did. The reality of the decisions I've just made in the past couple of hours are just starting to hit me. Because I've got not just one, but two gigantic bags filled with mostly sealed LEGO Bionicle sets, some Ninjago stuff, and some stuff for myself, like for my own collection, but I don't know how I'm gonna get this home because yesterday I just filled up my one suitcase. I brought an empty suitcase for LEGO purchases with LEGO, and it's full. Like it's full. So we are gonna have some fun, and now we actually have to figure out how on earth to get these home. But first, why don't we do some unboxing? I didn't actually bring a tripod because, again, I didn't think I was gonna be filming anything. I honestly did not think I was gonna buy any LEGO this trip. I saw the prices online and I was like, nope, I'm good. I'm not buying anything. Well, that was a lie. What am I gonna do? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What am I doing? Oh my, okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start off with the canisters first, and we're gonna end with this bag, because this bag's bigger and there's more boxes in it. So we're gonna end with this, and we're just gonna start, I mean, some canisters are in there, but I am not actually I was gonna rip these bags open. I don't think I wanna do that. Like, these may be instrumental in getting my things home. I do not know. So I'm gonna open this up and we are going to take a look at what we've got. So this was pretty much from every era of Bionicle, at least starting like 2005 onwards. I've just never witnessed anything like this before. Most of the sealed Bionicle canister sets were around $50 to $60. At least that's what I paid. I mean, some were higher, but it was what I paid. And again, I will be auctioning off pretty much a lot of these, not all of them. I will be keeping some for giveaways and whatnot, stuff like that, and for Bionicle fan-in contests, but I will be auctioning off a good amount of them, starting at pretty much just the price I paid, plus a little bit extra because I definitely have to figure out how to ship these, but regardless, it's still gonna be ridiculously cheap compared to what's on Bricklink. But let's just start taking them out by era. So we have Terex here from Bionicle Glatorian, one of my favorite Glatorian, honestly, with the pearl gold types of weaponry, dual molded pieces. This was fantastic. Strack, another fantastic Glatorian. Honestly, I feel the Glatorian are pretty underrated. Another copy of Terex. I'm gonna again try to get these out in order. So I think those are the only Glatorian I got. Oh no, I got some more. So another Strack. Gresh here, that's a great one. Gresh, one of the classicals, and I think that's all the Glatorian, and we've got some Toamari here. But I'll get into the Toamari later on. Okay, yeah, I think that's pretty much that. We have some 2008 Bionicle sets. We have Toa Gali, who was from the Mystica lineup. Let's see. Makuta Krika, one of my favorite Bionicle characters and designs. This is a really great design for Makuta Krika here. Toa Fantoka Pohatu Nuva. So this is the adaptive armor version of Pohatu. Another one, just another one. If I have two of something, I'll probably keep one to use as a contest prize and the other one to sell. We'll see how it shakes up and what people are interested in, but definitely gonna set those aside. Chirox, Makuta Chirox here. And another one, yep, another one. Okay, is that all those? Oh, and we have Vampra as well, Makuta Vampra from that era. A lot of these are my personal first time actually seeing the canisters for these because I started collecting Bionicle in 2009. So for most of these, I've never actually held the canisters in my hand before. So this is, I'm like shaking with excitement here. Okay, well, 2007, Prydak, one of the Baraki. Another copy of Prydak here. We've got Kalma. They also had Mantax, but I did not get Mantax. Chose not to get that one. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now we have, this is the first time I've seen these sealed. A sealed Toa Kongu. I don't actually own any of the Toa Mari canisters. Part of me is, like, I already own the set, but part of me is really tempted to, like, just keep one of these for myself and open it up. Let me know in the comments if you want to see me do an unboxing of one of these. Maybe I'll do it because I got so many. We'll have to wait and see. But that was Kongu. 2 copies of Toa Matoro Mari right here. So obviously very important character to get for Bionicle in the canister. Sealed. Again, sealed in the canister. I'm pretty sure I've got like more. Yeah, we've got more. Okay. This is my stuff. This is stuff for me. So I'm going to set that aside. But okay. Hukimari, oh my goodness, I gotta be more careful with these. 2 copies of Hukimari here, both at I believe $60 for each. And then, let's see, okay, moving on to 2006, Yo-Yo Paraka, Yo-Yo Paraka, it's time. Do the lights still work on the heads? Oh, some of them do actually. Well, we have Vezok and Radak sealed, Paraka. So cool to get these sealed, as well as Hakan sealed. Yeah, look at those eyes, are still lighting up, fantastic. And 2 Toa and Nika as well. Kongu and Huki. They had Jowler, but for whatever reason, Jowler was priced higher, and I looked on Bricklink, and it wasn't really worth getting it there because it wouldn't have been a huge benefit to get Jowler there, so chose not to get that. Maybe I'm going to regret that, but we'll see. A lot of sealed Bionicle sets. Like, a metric ton of sealed sets. We're going to start off. How am I getting this home? It's sealed Scopio, perfect condition. Sealed Scopio from 2009. Holy moly. Do not know how I'm getting that home. What else? Okay, another sealed perfect condition Thornatus V9. This was actually priced really well. I mean, this was so cool to actually get this fully sealed. Again, the box is in mint condition here. Like, feels like I just got these from the LEGO store, which is, I'm like kind of in shock right now. I don't know how to process what I'm feeling. Sealed Mazika, great set. One of my favorites, honestly. Really underrated Titan set, but fully sealed. Again, the boxes are just phenomenal here. Another copy of that, so just got another one there. Let's see, what else do we have? Going backwards to 2007, sealed Gadunka, nice, good to get Gadunka sealed. And we have, what is this? Oh, wait, I got 2 of these? Were they priced the same? Oh, they were. I didn't even realize I got 2. I legitimately, like, I did not even realize I got 2. That is hilarious. Okay. Well, sealed Gadunka. Sealed Nocturne from 2007. This is one of the rare limited edition ones. Fully sealed. My copy isn't even fully sealed. I bought most of my sets used. So, there's that. Oh my goodness. The only system set I got. Now, did I get any more? No, I think this was the only system set. I probably meant to get more, but, yeah, I only got this one, I think. This was the Toa Terrain Crawler. They actually had 2 of these. Again, in perfect condition. Only got 1 though, because I'm not sure how popular it will be. Really cool system set though. I think it's the best one, so that's why I got it. Sealed Maxilos and Spinax, baby. Oh yeah. Sealed Maxilos and Spinax. This is just insane to get this in perfect condition. I hope that whoever buys these will open them. Like, I would like to open them. I'm very tempted to. I won't because I already own the sets. You bet that if I didn't own these sets, I would open them all up right now and play with them. Like, the temptation is legitimately strong. I'm not gonna do it because that would be throwing away, like, I really want to play with these. Oh man, okay, well, sealed Lezovic. Probably one of the rarest ones in this entire haul. Sealed Lezovic, perfect condition. incredible set right here. And then we got even more stuff than just Bionicles, because I got some sealed Ninjago as well. So we've got, holy moly, I need to check the receipt to make sure I got everything, because there's like a good chance I just left something in the store. Sealed Fangpire Wrecking Ball from 2012. This is so cool to see this. Fully sealed from Ninjago. Honestly, giving me a ton of nostalgia from the past. Then we have a sealed Skull Truck from 2011. This is from one of the earlier Ninjago year, actually the first year of Ninjago. And then we have probably the rarest, or one of the rarest sets here. Now this was 500 Singaporean dollars, but this was the Lightning Dragon Battle. In the US, this was exclusive to Toys R Us, and it is one of the rarest Ninjago sets ever. JDX by himself sells for like $70 US. I mean, so this is one of the rarest sets that I was able to get. And I mean, this is probably what I'm gonna be auctioning, or at least selling for some, or giving away. I'll do some giveaways. I will also have some as contest prizes for fan and reviews, at least for the Bionicle sets. So I really need to get home and just figure out what I'm going to do as giveaways and as prizes and whatnot and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, yes, some of these will be going on auction, but now it's time to look at the stuff I actually got for myself, because I did want to get some stuff for myself. I got the sealed Lego Batman board game from Lego Games. This cost me around $90 US, which is pretty high. It's basically Bricklink average price for new and sealed, so 90 bucks, I figured why not. I got a ton of games actually. These were 35 Singaporean dollars, so that's like 25 US dollars. UFO attack game sealed, Sunblock game. I'm really curious about all these Lego games, so I wanted to get them. And Coco Rico. I have no idea what that's about, but sealed. Also got a Ninjago set I didn't own yet. This is the only Ninjago set I didn't own, which was a Juniors Snake Showdown. I owned the exclusive Snake and I owned the bike, but I didn't own Kai's car from it. So I figured why not get the last Ninjago set to complete my collection. Ooh, this is cool. A sealed Lego Island Extreme Stunt set. This I wanted to get from the other store I went to yesterday, but they weren't able to sell it to me because they were kind of the owner's personal collection, so I'm glad to actually find one here. This is super interesting. Clicket's Jewelry. This is from, what is this from? 2005. This cost me only like $4. I probably should have got another one, honestly. Like, it's so interesting to see a Clicket set fully sealed. So I said, why not? The only Bionicle set I got for myself was the Squid Ammo Battle Pack. I just think that's kind of funny to have, like, I don't know, an extra sealed copy of. Weird color of squids. And then I got a ton of poly bags. I got this Lego Movie 2 poly bag. I got Hidden Side poly bag. Let's see, I got a Singaporean exclusive Pagoda poly bag, so that's really cool to see that. What else did I get here? I feel like I got more, but maybe not. Okay, so I guess not. I got a couple of Ninjago magazines. So these were actually 18 Singaporean dollars. These are pretty high, but good minifigs. Season 9 Hunted, Iron Baron. Good to get him as a magazine gift, so that's really cool. And then I got some Blocks magazines. They had a ton, but the Blocks magazines were 16 Singaporean dollars, so they were a little bit expensive. I only got 3. I got this Lego Movie 2 one because I was hoping they would show some behind the scenes stuff. We'll see. I got this Ninjago one reviewing the entire Ninjago theme. And this one was a magazine that came out with an exclusive Bionicle designer interview about the end of G2. So really interested in reading through that. But yeah, so far that was my haul. So basically, I know all the stuff that I got for myself totaled at around 400 US dollars. So it was like this, the Batman game, honestly probably overpaid a little bit for my own personal stuff, but you know, I wanted to support this like really awesome store, so I was like, why not? I'm gonna get, oh yeah, 400 for this. That does not feel like good value to me. Okay. Well, you know, you win some, you lose some. Clearly I won some for all the other sets, so like I can't even complain that much. But yeah, a ton of magazines, a ton of game stuff for myself, just obscure Lego items. But then we get to the really interesting stuff, which is the Bionicle sets, and I don't think I'm keeping any of, because like, it doesn't make sense, because I already own these, and I feel like I want other people to be able to appreciate them. Clearly, people were not going to that store and buying up Bionicle if they've had these Bionicle sets for years, so I was like, okay, you know what, I'm just going to get a ton, and I don't think I'm going to make that much money because I'm going to at least start the auction by around what I paid for them. I'm going to factor in how much it will take me to I don't know, ship these back. I don't know how I'm gonna bring these back. I buy another luggage and then pay the extra luggage fee for a third luggage to bring, I don't know. You'll, by the end of this video, you will know what I figure out. I do not know at the time of recording this. But I want other people to be able to experience Bionicle sets new and sealed out of the box. I mean, I didn't even have that experience myself for most of these, so definitely going to be auctioning off a lot of these, and of course contest prizes as well, because these are going to make some amazing contest prizes. I've already gotten a couple DMs of people who've wanted to reserve some items, so I know some of these are reserved from when I posted on my story, but oh my goodness, this is pretty nuts, and yeah, stay tuned for when I actually do an auction on these, because this is crazy. So this is it. This is the entirety of my haul so far. I have been to basically 2 locations out of the 12 I was intending to go to. I now will probably no longer go to all 12. This video is shaping up to be very, very different than I intended because, first of all, I thought that this was going to be a standard run-of-the-mill, hey, I went to Singapore, went to 12 different Lego places and bought like a set from each of them. But no, I've been to 2 places, and 2 was clearly enough. So I still don't know how I'm bringing this home. I'm genuinely, like, it's starting to sink in for me. I think earlier on in this video, what you saw was like me at my peak excitement, being incredibly hyped and like crazed out of my mind over finding this stuff. And now it's like 10 p.m. I've got work calls coming up because I have to work through the night because I'm working in a Pacific time zone. And the sobering realization of the choices I've made is starting to like really set in more than it was before. I definitely will need to ship. Like, I'm not carrying this onto my cruise ship and then carrying it back home. So I need to ship these. How? I do not know. I genuinely don't know. I do have some relatives here, so I will be asking them their tips on shipping. I do have a lot of friends and fans here that I've now made new friends who maybe can give me some tips as well. But what I probably will do is I will pack the rarest and like the items that like if I lost everything, how like badly would I feel? So I'd probably like pack this in my suitcase because I don't want to ship that. I mean, shipping should be fine, but I'm just kind of paranoid that like the shipment gets lost and I just lose all of this. So I need to pack that. And I also want to pack my stuff, like the stuff that I got for myself. Like, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, that's mine. Pretty much everything in the bag, like this is all mine on the floor here. The Lego games are mine, as well as these. Like, I got these for my own collection, and the Marvel minifigs. So I might pack just my own stuff. And we're gonna like play a little roulette and ship home the stuff that I'm actually going to like sell. And just see, I guess we'll see if I can get lucky. And I have shipped home a ton of Lego before, specifically from Germany. The last time I did something as bonkers as this was Germany last year, but even then I don't think it was quite to this extent, because that was a lot of used sets. And while it was a lot, they were all used. So having the boxes be dented up wasn't that big of a deal. The thing is though, I can't let these boxes get dented up because I'm like selling them. So that raises quite a peculiar problem of shipping. I will probably have to pay a lot extra for padding and to pack these. This will become like an all-day endeavor to figure out how to ship, which is kind of sad because I have limited days in Singapore and I actually wanted to like do stuff and not just have my entire trip be Lego focused, as it's very quickly turning out to be. Today was good sightseeing for like half the day until I got sidetracked by this. But yeah, wish me luck, everyone. I still genuinely cannot believe like what's behind me right now. Like, this is, I feel like that scene in Breaking Bad when Huel like lays down on the blocks of money. It's like this, except this isn't like free. Like, I just spent a block of money to get this, but I have that same feeling. Like, if I wasn't worried about crushing the boxes, I would lay down and like swim in this pile of Bionicle. But yeah, this is pretty nuts. I, again, have no idea at all how I'm going to bring this home. Genuinely do not know. Other than shipping, I guess just packing them really well. So I did empty out my suitcase. I brought an extra suitcase, so I've got one suitcase full of clothes, and I have one suitcase that's kind of empty right now that I can use to pack Lego. Previously, everything I bought yesterday filled that suitcase. So that was the Lego Education Panama Canal. That was the Belleville Advent Calendar, the Chima set, Heroica, and like all of this little stuff. So like all the little stuff here was in that bag, and that filled up the suitcase. Here's the thing. I do not care about the box for most of the stuff that I'm keeping. I want to keep the Belleville Advent Calendar. Unfortunately, is clunky, but I do want to open that as an Advent Calendar, so like I kind of have to keep that one sealed. Heroica is open, Chima's sealed, but I can open it. And what I'll probably do is, while I do want to keep the boxes of the game sets, because that is my way of storing the games, I can probably like fit all these random poly bags in those boxes. I think there'll be extra space, so I'm going to space optimize those. I'm also going to open up the Panama Canal set and space optimize the box. Like I'm just going to shove all these other bags into it, and that should free up a good amount of room. And at the very least, it will allow me to store some of the rarest sets. Like I want Lezovic to be stored for sure. Maxilos and Spinax stored for sure. I don't think the Lightning Dragon is gonna fit in my suitcase, just looking at the size of that box. Like, I don't know, maybe it will. It's kind of the same size as the Education box, maybe. If I can carry that myself, I will, because that's really, really specialized. And then I think the rest I'm just gonna have to ship. And I'm gonna pack literally physically as much as I can in my suitcase and ship everything else. Okay, I think it's time to do what I can to pack these up. I have built the poly bags that I could, because I think that would save me a little bit of space, and everything else I'm going to try to just package my own stuff and then get to the stuff that I'm going to be reselling later on. So I want to start off by seeing what I can do to optimize the space inside the Lego Education box here for the Panama Canal, because opening this up, I'm going to be honest, there's less space inside than I thought. Usually Lego boxes have like a ton of extra space. This doesn't really, but I think we can make it work. So I'm gonna take the instruction manual out because I don't want to get anything damaged. And we're gonna see what we can do to just get this filled up with random other Lego stuff. So I'm gonna start off with these other bags. Although, do I want to have the bags in here or maybe other boxes? Because if I want to protect some of the boxes I've gotten, then maybe I put them inside of this and just make it kind of a super box. Okay, well we can try that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these Lego game sets, which I do want to keep relatively intact. Or maybe what we do is we just like take Lezovic and put them in. I think that actually makes a lot more sense to me. And I'm going to use these other bags as almost like padding. Right? Like this is almost like padding for Lezovic, where it's gonna keep the box really tightly in there and nice and secure. I think that makes the most sense. And let's see if we can make this work. Although are Lego pieces gonna scratch out? Actually, I don't know. I think it's fine. Yeah, so we're gonna just make sure that this is really nicely padded in there. So we've got no damage to be done, especially this box. This is a really special one. So again, I'm gonna fit in really as much as I can, honestly, and see what we can do. I also take this little Bionicle box that kind of fits perfectly in here to keep that sealed. Again, really space optimizing this. Like we are crazily space optimizing this just to make sure everything will fit. I mean, that looks like everything I can squeeze in. I might be able to squeeze in some of these like Marvel minifigure packs. Yeah, I think some of these will fit in here. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be really tight. But okay. So got some Marvel minifigs in there to really just add on to the effect of being able to add stuff in. Okay. And the Clickit set. I'll put the Clickits one in here as well. Okay. So Panama Canal box is like that is kind of bulging now. Like that, I don't think I can fit anything else in here. I'm gonna get my suitcase and put this inside. There's actually not as much room in my suitcase as it may seem. and see what I can do to pack this in. So I've got a large space in this suitcase. So I'm gonna take the newly fully filled hand canal box, put that in. Okay, that's pretty tight. That's in there pretty securely. And there's some wiggle room, but that's fine. I'm gonna take the other sets that are like mine, like the game sets, and put them in here because I did want to keep the game sets in good condition because I will use these boxes to store my own stuff, to store the games themselves. So absolutely want to do this in good condition. And then I also have these other boxes that I really want to make sure get back to me nicely. So, oh my goodness, this is gonna be, I mean, this is already almost full. Like that alone almost filled this up. That's kind of sad. Okay, yeah, we are gonna pack as much as we can and then just figure out from there, I think, because it's pretty ridiculous the amount of stuff that I have to bring home. Okay, so I'm packing up stuff here. Let me go ahead and bring our camera a little bit closer so you can kind of see how I'm packing stuff like so. That might give you a bit of an idea on my plan here of how I'm gonna fit everything in, at least all of my stuff in. So, okay, kind of like, it's just like Tetris, right? It's just tessellating different things in and out. This is also mine. I don't need the box for this. I do not need the box for this junior set. I'm actually gonna open that up right now. All of this fit in like both sections, and now it's fitting into one, so that's great. Okay, so that goes over this, and now we do have this empty space now. So I feel like, okay, well the Baraki are the narrowest canisters, so probably these we can fit some in. Yeah, like that fits in. Well, the Toamari, because the Toamari ones I actually really want to protect, because those are, no, they're not going to fit in. I think only the Baraki canisters, maybe the Paraka? Okay, yeah, Paraka are going to fit in here as well. Can you squeeze in, oh man, that's tough. Can you squeeze in these? Yeah, we can. We can. We'll just need to really squeeze. Okay, nice. So 3 canisters, a ton of other stuff, and this bag is full. Like, this bag is 100% full. So, we are gonna, weight-wise, I think we're doing fine on weight. I probably could throw the magazines in and we'd be fine. So, we're gonna, Okay, see, this is not as bad as it was in Germany. In Germany, my bag wouldn't close. This means we can fit more. Oh, this is easily closing. This is closing with no problem at all. Okay, but I think that suitcase is full. So now we've got a ton of Bionicle stuff that I mean, this all has to be shipped then, right? Like this, I have to ship all of this. All these canisters, all these boxes. Okay, this is looking more reasonable to ship, like now that everything else is packed. The magazines, fine, whatever, it's gonna be a crazy weight anyway. So I think I just need to ship these. Oh my goodness, okay, well, I'm gonna go to DHL, I guess, and figure out the biggest box they have. I'm going to measure the dimensions of this, and if this is bigger than the biggest box they have, I will take 2. And wish me luck, everyone! The clothes suitcase has been co-opted to hold more Lego, and of course, I got myself some room service because you can't pack on an empty stomach. The next day, I made my way over to a local shipping agency that was not DHL, was something else, which maybe I shouldn't have used because it took months to arrive. But you know, Singapore Post, I figured it would be pretty legit. And I basically just got 2 copies of the largest size box they had, which, in all honesty, wasn't even really that large. I know it looks large in this photo, but after I started packing, it wasn't actually as easy as I thought it would be. But thanks to the help of some of my relatives, I was able to get all of these packaged up and ready to ship. Okay, so I have now acquired 2 large boxes, and we're gonna see what we can fit inside of these. As the packing commenced, it soon became pretty clear that the 2 extra large boxes, which I honestly initially thought would be too much, were pretty much perfect to hold everything. Both of these were filled to the brim, and thankfully I was actually able to clear up some room in my suitcases. Not a lot, but some for some souvenirs, but for the most part, this was pretty much optimized, and it was time to take them to the post office. Okay, so we have finally finished packing up both boxes. I do have a good number of sets that are in the luggages themselves, but I have freed up some space in my own luggage. And now it's time to ship out these 2 big boxes. So at this point in the video, comment down below, how much do you think this is gonna cost me to ship these 2 boxes, XL size, pretty heavy too, from Singapore to the US. I'm really hoping it's not gonna be that much, but we're about to find out. Let's go. And so, after bringing over my boxes to the post office, it was time to send them home. And honestly, it wasn't actually as bad as I thought to ship. It was around $400 US, which compared to the thousands I spent in Denmark and even more in Germany over the past year, this was kind of nothing compared to that. Now, the one thing that I will say is that they did say it would be delivered by October 31st. I shipped them at the end of August. Well, this video's coming out in December, so you can probably guess how long it actually took to ship them. So there was like a good 2 months where I thought that they were just lost, and this video would be 10 times funnier, that the video title would be, I bought like 10 grand worth of Bionicle sets and then lost them at sea. But thankfully, they did actually arrive in my house eventually, and now let's go ahead and see that unboxing, because by this point, I had literally forgotten what I had gotten. Okay, so it is now basically the end of November, and months later, the first of the 2 Bionicle and Ninjago packages has arrived. And so, let's do the unboxing right now. I have literally been postponing this video until these packages arrived, and to be honest, for a moment, I honestly didn't even know if they were even gonna be coming, because technically, these are a month late. I was told they should arrive by the end of October. It is now the end of November, but you know what? Better late than never. So I cannot wait to open this up and see what's inside the box, because honestly, at this point, I've kind of forgotten all the different things that I got. Now, of course, all these items are probably, or at least most of them, at least the ones that I'm not setting aside for prizes, are currently available on Bricklink or the Duckbricks District, which you can check out in the description below. First off, we have the sealed Ninjago skull truck. This is super cool to see fully sealed, and you can see the box is in really good condition too. Oh my goodness, this was such a cool find to get. Brings back a lot of memories from 2011. This was one of the first Ninjago sets that I got from the summer wave, so very cool to see that. Over here we have a shrink-wrapped Gadunka, so this is in pretty much perfect condition. It is really fully shrink-wrapped, which is really crazy to see something fully sealed like this from Bionicle nowadays. We have a sealed Prydac in the canister, so kind of continuing alongside the Baraki theme. Oh, this is a big one. Okay, this is the Thornatus V9 from 2009's Battle Vehicle sets. This is, again, such good condition for the box. Like, I was shocked going in the store and seeing this. So that is so cool to see. I think a lot of the larger sets are in this box, actually, because here we have just another smaller one. This is the sealed Makuta Chirox from the 2008 Fantoka wave. So cool to see that fully sealed. I actually have never seen this fully sealed in my life because I bought this used off Bricklink for my own collection. So very cool and very surreal to me to actually see all of these sealed. But now we have one of the big boys. This is Scopio fully sealed. Yeah, that's Scopio XV5. It is, or XV1, fully 100% sealed in perfect condition. The box is literally shrink wrapped, which is kind of insane to me how they just had so many sealed Bionicle sets of such good quality. So that is just so cool. Absolutely had to pick that one up. And let's see, what else do we have in here? I think the final set is this one. It's actually a Bionicle system set, but it's the Toa Terrain Crawler. One of my favorite Bionicle system sets ever, with so many great details. The minifigures, the jellyfish, of course, the very iconic vehicle that was used in the Toa Mari commercial, which is also, crazily enough, 100% shrink wrapped and fully sealed. So that's so cool. So this box really honestly didn't have that many sets in it. It basically just had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sets. I believe that most of the sets are actually in the other box. So that one has not arrived yet. We will see when it will arrive. I have no idea. A little bit worried, but you know what? Since this one arrived, I'm starting to feel a little bit better, a little more optimistic about things arriving. So we're gonna find out, but I hope you enjoyed this first part of the haul, and hopefully in a couple seconds, we'll be unboxing the second box. Finally, the second box has arrived. I was very worried about this one because it arrived way later than the first one, but it actually arrived in pretty good condition, unlike some other boxes from some other countries, Denmark. But let's take a look at the contents. Now, I think it looks like I put a ton of random Lego magazines in here as well. I honestly forgot I got all of these. Oh, I even got a Blocks magazine. Oh, I forgot about that. I got Blocks magazines from the same store. I legitimately completely forgot I got that. Yes, so we got some Blocks magazines. Did I get the Bionicle one? I feel like I got one that had Bionicle on it. Maybe not. I feel like there was one with Bionicle. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I was thinking about the Ninjago one. But now we actually get to the good stuff because here we've got a ton of Lego Bionicle sets fully sealed. Pohatu here from the Pohatu Fantoka series. So that's so cool to see sealed. Krika, one of my favorite Bionicle characters. That's a really good one. Let's see. We got Inika Towahuki. This is another great one. I wonder if the axe still works. I'm going to guess no, but it's worth a shot, and you can change the batteries in these. Yeah, I think that axe is dead, but you can change the batteries. So yeah, I don't expect it to work after sitting around for years and years, but wow, seeing these fully sealed. Oh, and you can see the Zamra spheres up top too. Just love the packaging on these. I don't know why I got like one empty box. Oh, because I always keep one box or one bag of whatever the current minifig series is. So I think I just threw in the nicest looking one. Sealed Gresh. Great set. Honestly, feel like the Glatorian are super underrated. This is a really good one. We got Gresh, yeah, and I think a ton of the canisters are in here because here's a sealed Toagali from the Mystica lineup. We've got Terex here as well. Let's see. Strack, oh, one of my first Bionicle sets and one of my favorites. Now, this was a gift given to me by Nutbricks. Shout out to Nutbricks who showed me around Hobbyverse Singapore. And yeah, had to throw them in here as well. Let's just get some of my clothes out of the way here. Now we get to some of the box sets. This is where the fun begins. This is a sealed Mazika. Okay, the box got like mildly crushed. I wouldn't even say crushed. It got mildly pushed in during shipping. But honestly, it's still in really good condition, seeing a fully sealed set like this. There's actually 2 of them. I actually got 2, so this one's in like perfect condition. That's so cool to see. I mean, this was just such a cool find. Oh yeah, we got a lot of good stuff in here. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think all the cool stuff was in this box. Not the other box wasn't cool. The other box said really big stuff. We have Inika Towakongu here, again with those Zamra spheres up at the top. Let's see, we've got another Terex, nice. Another Strack, so that's a good one. Definitely stocked up on Glatorian here. Now, of course, we have a fully sealed, perfect condition box, Maxilos and Spinax. That is nuts to me that I was even able to find this. Like, that is so cool. I can't believe I'm holding a sealed Maxilos and Spinax in my hands right now, but yep, that is indeed right there. Oh yeah, and for Ninjago, for a bit of a change, I got a sealed Fangpire Wrecking Ball as well. Just kind of a random Ninjago set that I found pretty interesting, and one of my favorite ones from back in the day, so I had to get it fully sealed again from Lego Ninjago. And let's see, what else do we have in here? We've got some Paraka. Ooh, I wonder, do the eyes still work? No, you're gonna have to change the eyes or light on that one, but this one's Radax, so that's a cool looking canister right there, fully sealed still. Yeah, that is still 100% sealed, which is crazy seeing that. Here we have Chirox, one of the Mystica Makuta right here. So this is or Fantoka Makuta, my apologies. So again, really interesting one. And finally, we have Vampra. No Antros, sadly. They did not have Antros, but they did have this one. This is the last one here. So you can see an absolute wealth of sealed Bionicle sets, and yeah, I think with that we've summed up the haul. To be honest, there was more that I brought back individually in my suitcase, but pretty much everything else has already sold. I believe there's like one sealed Hukimaru left, but yeah, people have been going crazy for the sealed Bionicle sets, and I'm just so glad to have been able to share these with people who want to experience the dream just like I did. I'm not going to just keep these for myself. I want it such that other people can experience it, and hopefully through this video and this platform, you can get the chance to do that, so you can check them out on Bricklink right now. I think a good way to end this video is that I am literally fighting every urge in my body not to just rip these open. I know I shouldn't because I literally have the models right there. There's no reason for me to open these, but oh my god, it's so tempting. But I really do want to preserve the experience of opening up a sealed Bionicle set in 2023 or 2024 for the first time for somebody who maybe hasn't experienced it ever before, who hasn't experienced it since childhood. So I want that experience to be kept for somebody else to enjoy and for hopefully many different people to enjoy. That's why I got so many, hopefully different people are able to get different canisters. But oh my goodness, it is so tempting to just open these up because they are so cool. They are fully sealed. Oh, perfect condition. Walking into the store and seeing this was just like, I thought I was dreaming. And the boxes too, like Maxilos and Spinax right there. Oh my goodness. If my Bionicle sets were not sitting right there, I'm pretty sure I would be ripping these open right now, no matter where I was. Well, that about sums up this haul though. Let's move on to the conclusion. And with that, we have summed up my insane LEGO shopping in Singapore, having the Bionicle dream and just uncovering hordes and hordes of sealed Bionicle sets. Of course, for those viewers who are in Singapore who do want to pick these up, I left a lot of them. I don't think I bought a single Matoran set. I left a lot of the canister sets as well. Everything from 2005 I left because those were the rarest ones there and I wanted to make sure other folks would be able to get them. And this has been just the craziest adventure. I really hope you enjoyed this video and thank you all so much for watching because I cannot believe myself. I mean, just going into the store and seeing those canisters just took me all the way back to being a kid, and I hope I've been able to share some of that with all of you. This is probably the craziest LEGO shopping experience that I've ever had in a while and ever will. I'm not expecting much of anything else anywhere I go. I don't think it's going to be possible to top this. I don't know where in the world I could go to have an even crazier experience in Singapore. And I think this is the perfect video to end the 4-part video series summarizing my travels throughout Singapore and going LEGO shopping at the same time. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you all so much for the support. Again, if you want to get your hands on some sealed Bionicle sets, they are in my Bricklink store in the description below. I guarantee the prices are cheapest in the world for a sealed Bionicle set. So hopefully fans will be able to get sealed Bionicle sets for their own collections. I'm keeping a couple for myself to give out as prizes for upcoming Bionicle fandom contests. I'm also just keeping 1 or 2 for my own collection just to showcase, but everything else is pretty much just going to be given back to the community. I do have a couple of giveaways planned when we reach some milestones in Instagram followers and YouTube subs, so definitely subscribe and follow us on Instagram if you haven't already, Instagram and YouTube, because there will be Bionicle canister giveaways then. But overall, thank you all so much for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe for even more LEGO news, reviews, discussion, and analyses coming your way very soon, and bye for now.